Hello students, in this video we are going to learn sign of quadratic expression. So quadratic expression, what is the quadratic expression? That is ax square plus bx plus c is what is a quadratic expression. So what is this? What is the sign of quadratic expression? Sign of quadratic expression means, for example, here, let's say x square plus x plus 1. What is the sign? Sign means whether it is positive or negative, or neither positive nor negative, means it's always zero. So this anyway always zero is not possible, whether it's possible, positive or negative. If it is positive, for what value of x it is positive. If it is negative, for what values of x it is negative. If it is positive for some values of x and negative for some other values of x, for what values of x it is positive, for what values of x it is negative, that intervals you need to find out. This is very, very important concept. So yeah, quadratic expression graph you learned in 10th grade. If at all you see, this is, let's say, x-axis. Quadratic equation graph will be either this way, that means it will not intersect when they have no roots, and this way, and that means what, it will have only one root, or it can be like this, that means what, it will have some two roots. Now that means here in this case, if at all you see this case, that means it is not touching the x-axis. That means for this x value it is positive. Yeah, so now for this x value also it is positive. So I'm taking like this fresh. So now this is, let's say, this is a quadratic expression curve is like this. So for this x value it is positive. For this x value also it's positive. For this x value also it's positive. For this x value also it's positive. That means always it's y value is always positive. So now that means this expression is always positive. It is what is whatever x value substitutes is only positive. So now this concept we can see two ways. One is depending on delta. One is depending on delta. Another is yeah, of course, by seeing the by theoretical approach, by solving this you can also understand. So okay, now let's begin this. So now, okay, what would I do is I'll show you very easy way. That is, now let's say y equal to y you can write, or f of x you can write, both are same only. Y means f of x, this I am taking ax square plus bx plus c. That means as I take x value on x axis, y value will take on y axis for the graph. So sometimes we take f of x because it is in terms of x, or we can take y also. Okay. So now here this expression is there. So here very simple, I say depending on alpha, I say. So now here, if you know the limits, if you take a greater than 0, if you take a greater than 0, as x tends to infinity, as x tends to infinity, here y also tends to infinity. That means y is always positive. Y is positive, y is greater than 0, y also tends to infinity positive. If x tends to minus infinity also y tends to infinity. That means what? Y tends to, here also y tends to infinity, also y tends to infinity. If you know this one, that means y is always positive. That means is always y tends to infinity. That means what? Y is tends to infinity means what? Y is positive, like this. If a is greater than 0, this whole value ultimately is going to approach plus infinity. So that means graph is upwards. Graph is upwards parabola. Upwards parabola. This you should understand. If a greater than 0, this you should understand. Okay, this is one point, first point, right? Now second point. So now if you know that, now I am taking case 1. So that is delta greater than 0. If delta greater than 0 means what? You will have two roots, that is alpha, beta. Right? Roots, let's take alpha greater than beta or something, alpha less than beta, such that alpha less than beta I am taking. So if delta greater than 0, you will have two roots, the two real and distinct roots. That is the reason I wrote alpha less than beta. Alpha less than beta means you should understand this must be real only. So now for a greater than 0, the graph will be, I told, this is x-axis, y-axis may be anywhere. So here this is x-axis, this is minus infinity, this is plus infinity. Okay, now wherever may be the y-axis, here two roots will be there. That means this graph must intersect x-axis at two different points. So this is alpha and this is beta, like this. So now what you can say is, now between alpha and beta, f of x is negative. That means for this x value, f of x value is here. So you know, plotting the graph for this value, that means let's say this is some this is x1, f of x1 is here. This is what is f of x1. This is x2. This is what is f of x2. This is x3. F of x3 is there. That means what? This is f of x3 is this much. That means negative. So now let's say this is x4. So that means this value is what? F of x4. That means y value is positive. You are able to see. That means when delta greater than 0 and a greater than 0, what you can see is, so x is greater than 0. Sorry, f of x is greater than 0. F of x means this is y or f of x. F of x is greater than 0. That means expression is positive when x belongs to minus infinity to alpha. Till alpha it is positive, union beta to infinity. That means when x is less than alpha, it is positive. Less than alpha, you're able to see. Less than alpha, this side it is positive. Greater than beta, it is positive. When x does not lie between the roots, it is positive. So now here, and again, next one is what? X is less than, f of x is less than 0. Negative. When it is negative? When it lies between the roots. If x is between the roots alpha beta, it is negative. So that means f of x is 0 when x equal to alpha comma beta. F of x becomes, that means alpha beta are the roots. Therefore, if for alpha it is 0. F of x value is 0. For beta, f of x value is 0. More than beta, it is positive. Less than alpha, it is positive. Between alpha beta, it is negative. This is not theoretical way. This is by using the graph directly we understood like this. So now let's see next one. For this, you need to understand this point. When A is positive, so you should understand when A is positive, the graph is upwards. When A is negative, this is 1 and delta is greater than 0. Okay. So now the graph will be like this. Graph will be downward parabola like this. And this is alpha and then this is beta, because alpha is less than beta, we assume. Now, in between alpha and beta, it is positive. You see, for this x value, this is the y value. For this x value, this is the y value. For this x value, this is the y value. For example, this is x1. Then this becomes what? Y1. This value is y1. So this point is x1 comma y1. So y1 is positive. For this x2 value, y2 is positive. So this is x2 comma y2 like this. x2 is also positive. x2 can be anything because this x-axis we don't know. So this is y value is positive. For this x value, for x3, this is the y value. So this is positive. That means between the roots, it is positive. So what you can write, if f of x is greater than 0, positive, if x belongs to alpha comma beta. Okay, by seeing the graph, alpha comma beta, from alpha to beta, y value is positive, f of x value positive. F of x is less than 0 if x does not belong, that means x belongs to minus infinity to alpha, it is positive, union, that means this side it is negative. So here it is 0, here it is this much, here it is this much, that means negative. So like this, beta to infinity, it is negative. So more than beta, if you take more than beta, it is negative. Here also it is negative. So for this x value, this is the y value. So that is negative. So this is how you discuss using the graph. So now let's take the second case. Second case I am taking is delta less than 0. If delta less than 0, then what would be the graph? So delta less than means what? Roots are imaginary. Imaginary, that means no real roots. Imaginary, no real roots. So here what you can say no real roots means case 1 is a greater than 0. A greater than 0 means what? The curve will be upwards. So curve will be like this. No, no real roots, no imaginary roots. No, that means it is not intersecting x-axis anywhere. It's not intersecting x-axis anywhere. Nowhere it is intersecting. Minus infinity to plus infinity, it's not intersecting. If it intersects, no, that means what? For that x value, y value is 0. On x-axis, y value is 0. So therefore, it's not intersecting x-axis anywhere. So that means for this x value also it is positive, for this x value it's positive, for this x value it's positive, for this x value it is positive, for this x value it's positive. That means for all x belongs to R, for all x belongs to R, f of x is greater than 0 if A is positive. So second case is what? A is less than 0. If you take A less than 0, the graph is what? Downwards. Downwards and no roots. No roots means what? No real roots means what? The graph is not going to intersect x-axis. So therefore, it's always downwards means what? It's always negative. So therefore, what you can write is here, when A is less than 0, f of x is less than 0 for all real numbers. This is very important. For all real numbers, it's negative. Here, for all real numbers, it is positive. This is very, very important. When delta is less than 0, that means imaginary root means here this parabola, f of x quadratic expression is not going to touch x-axis. That means completely above x-axis, completely below x-axis. A positive, this is completely above x-axis. Therefore, f of x is always positive. That means always means for all real numbers positive. If a is less than 0, then f of x is always negative. That means it is negative for all real numbers. This is very important one. And the next one. So third case, what is the third case? You know, third case is this one, delta equal to 0. What will happen? That means both the roots are real and equal. Roots are real and equal. So that means here also two cases. Let's take a greater than 0. That means upwards. So real and equal means it's going to intersect only one point. That is this here. So this is both the roots are same. So that means it is, for example, like this, x minus 2 whole square equals 0. What are the roots? X minus 2 whole square equal to 0. X equal to 2 comma 2. Now that is what is this? X equal to 2. At 2, it is 0. At 2, it is 0. At 2, it is 0. Therefore, this point is what? This point is 2 comma 0. When I substitute 2, so this is what is f of x expression. So x minus 2 whole square, f of x equal to x minus 2 whole square. When x equal to 2, y is 0. So 2 comma 0 is this point. So when a is greater than 0. So what you can say here, so that means here what we are discussing expression. So what is our expression? F of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This expression, this is example only. This f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c is always this greater than or equal to 0 for all real numbers. For any real number, either it is positive, either it is positive like this, either it is positive or this is 0. So now let us take here, or what you can say is f of x is greater than 0 for all real numbers except one value. What is that? Minus b by 2a. Actually, this is minus b by 2a because you know roots are, when roots are equal, what are the roots? Minus b by 2a. This is minus b by 2a. We know this. Equal roots. Equal roots concept, I explained this. Equal roots. What are the equal roots? X equal to minus b by minus b plus or minus root of, that is square root d. Square root of d. D is 0 here by 2a. That means what? Minus b by 2a plus 0 minus b by 2a minus 0. Both are same. So that minus b by 2a, it is 0. For minus b by 2a, it is 0. All right. So minus b by 2a I removed because at minus b by 2a it is 0. Remaining, except that value, remaining all values, it is positive. That means here minus b by 2a, you know, that means here this is positive for all real numbers except minus b by 2a. That means minus b by 2a will give you 0. Right? And f of minus b by 2a is what is 0. Hope you understand this one. Okay, this is positive for all the elements except minus b by 2a. Then a less than 0, what happens? A less than 0. So a less than 0 means the graph is downwards like this. This is graph is like this. Graph is like this. This is again same roots, equal roots. So delta equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. So these are equal roots. What are the equal roots? This is minus b by 2a comma 0. Right, at minus b by 2a it is 0. Remaining, for remaining values it is negative. Downwards means negative. For this x value, this is a y value, negative. For this x value, this is a y value, negative. So therefore what I can write is, here also you can write two ways. One is f of x is less than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to R, you can write. Or you can write this, f of x is less than 0 for all x belongs to R except one value, that is minus b by 2a. You can write like this also, you can write. Okay, hope you understand this one. This is one way of explanation per sign of quadratic expression. So hope you understand this one. What we have done is, so first thing is sign of the quadratic expression means it can be positive or negative, or it can be both positive and negative or neither. So that's what we. So that means depending on x value, it can be positive or negative. So we need to check here for what values of x it is positive, for what values of x it is negative. So first point I explained is, if a is greater than 0, then ultimately as x tends to infinity, y tends to infinity, x tends to minus, y tends to, because this is positive, this term is positive, therefore this whole finally ultimately it will reach to positive infinity is what I explained. That means if a greater than 0, it is upward parabola, and another point a less than 0, then it is downward parabola. That means if it is a is positive, if a is negative, this is negative term. That means whole thing ultimately becomes negative. So that means it is downward parabola. For this you are going to get downward parabola. Okay, it may be here or whatever, like this. Okay. So that's first point I explained. This is because this is only graphically I explained with the help of delta. So now here the first thing is that if delta, this is the first one. So if delta greater than 0, what will happen? Roots will be real and distinct. Let alpha beta be the roots, alpha less than beta. Then it is, for a greater than 0, it should intersect at 2 points, upward parabola intersecting at 2 different points, alpha beta. So if you see between alpha beta, it is negative, right? So f of x is negative between alpha beta, and if it does not lie between alpha beta, does not lie means for x less than alpha it is negative, and x greater than beta, okay, more than beta also positive, less than alpha also it's positive, in between it is negative. So and here, yeah, so a less than 0 and delta greater than 0. Delta greater than 0 means two roots will be there. A less than 0, it is downward parabola. So that means what? Between alpha beta is, it's positive. Okay, delta greater than 0 and a less than 0 means f of x is positive between alpha beta, and f of x is negative if it is not between alpha beta. Okay, so delta less than 0 is important because roots are imagined. That means a greater than 0 upward parabola, it's not going to intersect at any point on x-axis. Okay, delta less than 0 imagined root means like this, no intersection, no intersecting points at all. So that means a less than 0, a greater than 0 means if a greater than 0, f of x also positive. A greater than 0 means upward parabola means f of x also positive. A less than 0, f of x also negative. That means a and f of x will have same sign for all real numbers. A is negative, f of x is negative. A and f of x will have same sign for all real numbers. A and f of x is negative. If a is negative, f of x is negative. A and f of x will have same sign for all real numbers. So you see, a greater than 0, f of x is positive. A and f of x will have same sign for all real numbers. A and f of x will have same sign for all real numbers. So this is second one. And next, third one. What is the third one? Third one is if delta equal to 0, what happens for a greater than 0? If a is positive, f of x is positive or 0. If a is negative, if a is negative, f of x is negative or 0 for all real numbers. So this is same as delta less than 0, but except one case. What is that? If a delta equals 0, two roots are equal. Now repeated roots you get. Here delta a greater than 0, delta equals 0. If a is positive, f of x is positive for all real numbers except minus b by 2a. At minus b by 2a, its value is 0. That means it's a minus b by 2a is what is the root. So therefore, here a is negative, f of x is negative for all real numbers except one value. So this is one of the very important concept. So this is we explained through the graph. Now we are going to explain it through theoretically. Okay.